Through his work at the museum, Dave Brocklehurst has dedicated his life to preserving the memory of those who fought in the Battle of Britain. Now he's working with sculptor Stephen Meltor to create a bronze memorial that'll ensure their memory will be preserved for generations to come. And it's all based on this famous photograph taken on the 29th of July 1940.
It's one of the most iconic photographs taken in the Battle of Britain, and literally about 200 yards behind me. The 7 men were members of the Few, which is an exclusive club of 2,938 airmen that flew in the Battle of Britain. That's between the 10th of July, October 31st, 1940. Each person to be a member of the Few had to fly at least one operational sortie. The men we portray here flew hundreds of sorties. It's quite an unusual photograph because out of the 7 airmen, only one would be killed during the Second World War, which was Keith Gilman. He was shot down literally 3.5 weeks later, 25th of August 1940. He was shot down 3 miles off Dover, his hometown, at the age of 19, and still remains missing to this day. The other airmen in the picture survived the war and fought throughout the rest of the war. It shows the age of Battle of Britain pilots, from Keith, who was 19, to the eldest in the photograph, who was 27. But it was a young man's war, so a 27-year-old would be classed as an old man in the Battle of Britain.
6 of the 7 families of the pilots are in touch with the sculptor to ensure the memorial is as accurate as possible.
It's an invaluable experience because obviously from photographs quite often things are staged, and someone who grows up with someone is very familiar with an individual's face, so they have an insight on how they smile and how their features are. They were all prepared to put their lives on the line, and some of them did pay the ultimate price, and it's important that we honour and remember these people for what they did for us.
It's such a pinnacle point in our nation's history that it cannot be forgotten. These men fought and died to allow us to enjoy our everyday existence. It was a war that went on around us. Our parents, if they weren't directly involved with a fight, they were going around their everyday existence on the ground watching the Battle of Britain unfold above their heads. So it's such a critical point in our history that this is the whole reason the museum is here, to commemorate those men. On what better way than have a memorial as a centrepiece with the hurricanes behind, for everybody to see, to enjoy, but to learn by.
It'll take about 18 months to create the sculpture, and it's hoped that at the unveiling on the 29th of July 2022, 32 Squadron, the squadron of the 7 airmen, will be in attendance, as well as the relatives of the pilots. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.